the most daredevil group of daffy drivers to ever whirl their wheels in the wacky races, competing for the title of the world's wackiest racer. The cars are approaching the starting line.
Hello, welcome to my Zwift number 17. This is the Wacky Races. This is a 3-race series organised by Scabbellatori, Seriali, and this is race 1, which is round Libby Hill after party. It's a 5.9 kilometre race, and I thought I was actually going to be finishing up Libby Hill, so I thought that I was going to really struggle with the final few 100 metres of this race, because it was up quite a steep incline, which is not my forte. However, I found out quite close to the end of the race that it was going to end on a reasonably flat area, and the whole course was going to be reasonably flat. So kicked off at a good fast pace, clicking in and around 2:58 average there. I'm in a group of around 25 here at the moment, and there was a split early on, and I just caught the back end of the group, so that enabled me to get a good draft in that group. I was thinking about different ways of working these 3 races. They're very short races, and I thought, have I got the energy to put out a good effort in the first race and potentially try and bomb off away from the group in the early stages, so that I didn't have to struggle towards the end. But as I said just before, I didn't have that finish up Libby Hill, so that didn't really materialise, and what turned out to be the situation was that I was just able to hang on in this group. You can see that I'm, well, it says 14th there. There's around about 25 other people in the group. Somebody's bombed off in front. Can't remember who it was at this point. But we were able to get bring him back into the group. So I'm 22nd, it says there, with a few others passing me. So like I said, group of around 25, averaging 244 watts, which is okay for me. And I'm still in a situation that I'm really struggling with these groups. I really struggle from the point of view that, and I'll show you the results from the first race and all the other races as well, each of the 3 races, but it's a real struggle for me, because I really don't know how powerful the most powerful rider will be. But I'll show you that at the end of the first race, and then we'll start to pick it all apart. So here we are, coming to the finish line. We didn't actually catch Grubel, who was the person I was talking about early on, who I thought we pulled back. We didn't pull him back. He ended up winning and won by 5 seconds. So I'm in a group, I'm working hard, I'm on 348 watts, which is a good average wattage, but just not being able to put out a sprint like you can see some people going into the red numbers. So I finished 17th. K. Grubel averaging 4 watts per kilogram. Second place averaging 3.7 watts per kilogram. 5th place averaging 3.4 watts per kilogram. And then 8th place, N. Larson, averaging 3.5. I can't compete with that. There's no way I can compete with that. So it's just very hard. I found the earlier system of the D's and the C categories a lot easier to understand, because if you were riding around about 2.5 watts, you knew you were going to be one of the best in the D category. So anyway, into the second race. The second race was in France around Roulma-Poulet. It was only a 5.1 kilometre race. What I realised when talking in the pen was that it was on the route up to Von Top. So very uphill, lots of inclines, which wasn't going to suit me. And that's how it panned out. Again, somebody's bombed out in front, and guess who it might be? Yeah, K. Grubel again from Germany, the rider who'd been riding at 4 watts per kilogram in the first race. He's off in front and got a good lead. I think it was around about 6-7 seconds at this point, and you can see that I've been distanced, although I'm in 11th, I've been distanced by the 8 or 9 ahead of me. So I've just fast forwarded a few minutes and you can see that I've dropped back a few places. I'm now in 16th but getting passed by 2 riders. So I've dropped back from 14th position and lost probably about 10-15 seconds on some of the riders I was with earlier on back down the bottom of the hill. We're getting close to the top here. You can see in the mini map in the top right hand corner the top of one of the climbs, which is just after a left hand turn that we will make in a minute. So as we're climbing up here, somebody talks about needing to catch on to the group to get a bit of a draft. I fast forward just to show you Kay Grubel, who you can see has got a 30-second lead, was that then? And then back to us here. I'm back in 19th place. I think the comment will come up now from one of the riders just ahead of me, Jay Park I think it was. Yeah, there it is, catch on, Summit coming. So I'm trying to catch on with these because I know that with 2.3k to go it's important that I get on their tails, so I put in a bit of a spurt and actually go ahead of them all, but then I'm able to ease off just to go over the top with a lot of downhill to go. So with that group of 5, you saw that I tried to power past a few, but ended up finishing 17th place. I averaged 2.5 watts, which isn't massive for a sprint race, but you can see that other times that other people were getting there. Grubel won again. Grubel won by a ridiculous amount of time, around about 30 seconds, and averaged 2.37 watts. Second place, MP Meisel. He was averaging 3.5. Third place was averaging 3.3. And again, you know, I'm in that same position again. There's no way I can compete with that. Anyway, into the third race around Beach Island Loop. 7.3 kilometre race. Very short distance. Relatively flat. Slight incline on the way up. S. Conway goes off early in this race, but the average wattage at the start of the race was far more sedate. We're in a group of about 25 again, coming up this hill, and you know, nicer pace really, and it was more enjoyable. Legs were burning after the first 2 races, so just seeing how we could get on with this one in the end. So dropping down this hill, I sometimes have a habit of distancing myself from the rest of the riders, but on this occasion we're in a nice tight group and feeling happy about where I am at the moment, so looking forward to the last 6k and feeling okay, although my legs are tight. So fast forward 3 kilometres, just on a flat piece here, but with an incline to come, going through the Italian villas. You can see there he goes again, Kay Grubel going for the 3rd victory out of the 3 in the Wacky races. He's off, not sure how many K he's pulling up this hill. I feel quite strong when I go up this hill normally, so I know that I can sustain a good power output going up. You can see around 450 watts there, and I normally can sustain it all the way up over the top, so yeah, this is a manageable hill for me. But Kay Grubel off in front. I'm dropping back slowly though, everybody else is pushing through. I'm 10th at the moment with a few coming up, but you can see how the group and the peloton has stretched out. So I'm hoping that there'll be a split here somewhere and I can catch on to these half a dozen riders in front. So you can see, although I'm 14th place, I'm in a group of about 8 or 10, and I have actually been able to catch hold of the group in front. I'm not holding out for any positivity. You can see that we're all stretched as we go around that bend. Yeah, I finished 14th position, and actually Grubel doesn't win the final race. He comes second, still averages 3.6 watts. Schultz wins that race. An enjoyable race, and thank you for watching. Hope you can like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll catch up with you again soon. Take care, bye, enjoy your Christmas.